Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pokemon Puzzle. Let's play Pokemon Puzzle League Solutions Manual Guide and then some. I'm your host, Silent Senior 09, and it's a pleasure to have you all back. We are now ready to take on the three-dimensional puzzles in Lorelei's special puzzle class. Alright, so dare I say it? Let's do it to it! I don't know. I honestly couldn't think of a better catchphrase. So, three-dimensional. We remember these, right? Three-dimensionals were basically you can move around in a giant cylinder, and I had a little diagram set up, but I'm probably not going to reference it too much because ooh, excuse me. I found out that there is a character limit in the details section, so I'm probably not going to mess with the reference of that. So anyway, that aside, you can kind of use that. Basically what I meant by it, let me go ahead and just restart it so I can explain to you all. For those who are new to the video or just they forgot, in the thing itself it says like 1 through 12 from the top to bottom, and then it says like A through R. Right now the cursor's set on A, B. If I move it to the left one, and it is now set on R, A, and then just think like the alphabet, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It basically goes from A to R from the amount of time, and A is where your cursor starts, so that's how that works. So just a quick brief reminder, I'm not going to reference to it because I think it's probably going to confuse you guys more than anything. So anyway, let's get these underway. You only have 2 moves to do, so that means we need to do something that's probably pretty simple. Some of these are not going to be quite as easy, but for this one, let's go ahead and just go with it. As you can see, they're roughly about the same setup for just about every part of this puzzle except for here. Well, let's fix that. Let's make it look the same. Alright, now, let's go ahead and get the train rolling by getting rid of the sign block, and now it looks the same. And there we go. Wow, I spent like, what, a whole freaking minute and a half? Maybe 2? No, probably about 30 seconds. And I'm willing to wager it's probably 45. Anyway, watch me wager against myself here how long it took me to get to a certain point. Jeez, man. I'm trying not to so I shouldn't be promoting gambling. I mean, jeez, man. Anyway. Sorry, had to have my coffee there. Oh, lovely. What kind of crap biscuit did we get served today? Well, actually, this one isn't too bad, because you gotta see, this is basically minor tweaking. And this one, you gotta see that, well, you gotta see. I'm telling you, you gotta see. No. What you are looking for, that's better wordage and better phrasing, is you want to see where it needs to be fixed, and as you can see, this could use some tweaking, so this is all lined up and ready to roll. This purple and green anyway. But what you'll see, hopefully what you'll notice if you look around this puzzle enough, you know, because you'll see all this crap, you'll notice there's another one that's exactly the same way, so that makes it nice to figure out where move number 2 is going to go. And you got the notorious move 3, like, okay, now what in the world do I do? Generally speaking, not every time, but generally, they're going to want you to start the matching train off in the center. So this looks like a pretty close center point. Let's try it. Let's hope to goodness it goes through. By the sounds of all these all these chains and combos, or the troll trains, or troll chains, I don't know what you want to say. Anyway, yeah, like I said, well, I didn't say anything about it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. These puzzles are actually not too bad. It's just, they put so much crap in the puzzles that it does tend to be a little confusing as to what you need to do for three-dimensional. In my opinion, three-dimensional is a lot easier than the other puzzles, all 3 of them combined. Action, basic, and 3D. If I had to label difficult, I'd say 3D, then basic, then action. Action's a beast. But anyway, this is another one of those. Actually, this is the first one. Let me just go ahead and go into it. This is one of those where you got to look at it and say, what seems to be different with this picture here? Aside from what's in the center, I do notice that this side seems to be different from this side. Let's make them symmetrical, shall we? Alright. Now, you're left with one move, and you got to figure out what the crap you do. Well, Let's do some with the center by matching this purple here and hope to goodness it comes crumbling down the right way. Because that's part of this three-dimensional business. You gotta kind of hope everything just falls into place, because if it doesn't, you either did something wrong or there's a move you're not thinking of possibly doing to get rid of everything. Which is frustrating to do, especially when you're sitting there fumbling around with all these freaking different colors and pieces, because this is three-dimensional, so there's more than twice the amount of crap you gotta work with. So anyway, yeah, I'm the best explanation, aren't I? I give the best word of advice, don't I? Okay, so for this one, they start you off in the center, which really doesn't do a darn bit of good. So what you want to do is you want to try and move. You want to move to the ends here where they don't meet, and you'll find that this is where you kind of fix your problems. Well, you can come on over here and fix that by switching the red and yellow. Let me try that again. Instant replay. Boom, bada bing. And then you can just pull this red out, because you have these reds up here that'll come down eventually. Meanwhile, while that's doing that, let's see what else we can do here. It looks like it's coming up on a mess here, and we gotta fix that. So let's go ahead and switch this red and yellow on the other end over here. Technically, it'd be better if you just took care of it first and then switched the right side around, but well, as long as you know what you're doing, you don't need to really worry too much. Especially, I mean, if you see how long these chains take to match, because there's just so much in them. It's like, it's a lot of unnecessary fluff and stuff. It's like when you're reading a paper, and you're trying to find the main idea of it, and all you're finding is a boatload of fluff. That's all you're finding. Or some kind of article, or somebody's argument. You're trying to find out what their evidence is, and ugh, it's just a pain. Okay, now this puzzle is a real pain in the booty. I forget where we started. I think we started like over here in the middle. But you want to come all the way over here, where you see kind of this jumbled mess over here, where this purple and green and red and cyans are all kind of stacked weirdly, because everything else looks like a nice even train going all along, except until you come to this point. Oh geez, now I just realized a puzzle. This is number 35. Okay. This is a weird puzzle. I don't understand it quite, and I'm going to explain why. They give you 4 moves to do this. I don't know why they do that. I'm either doing this wrong, or I'm doing it a way they didn't see whenever they were designing this puzzle, but really you can just do this puzzle in 3 moves. You don't need 4. So this is the way I do it anyway. You switch this purple and this red, and then you switch this red and this cyan. And at first you're like, oh, but it's not gonna work. Well, actually, it is gonna work, because if you take a look, it's gonna keep coming down along this little train of mix matching and block building, or whatever you want to call it. Everything's gonna clear except for this little combo here. You can just match that any which way you want. And look, you got 1 extra move, and you just cleared the puzzle. So that was a weird one. That one just kind of throws me off my game. I think they did that on purpose, because the next ones get to be a little. The next one after this one right here. Ugh. Okay, I don't know how many of you have ever played Sudoku, but anybody who's played Sudoku knows how much of a pain in the butt, and I'm not talking just real pain in the booty. I mean mega pain in the booty it is when you make a mistake and you can't find where your blessed mistake is. So, this is kind of like that, trying to find your mistake. In this puzzle, you can kind of look, you can kind of stick to a rule known as stick to the ground whenever you're trying to get rid of all kinds of crap that's on top. Because if you start, the lowest you start to the ground, the more dropping that's going to happen. So obviously you can kind of guess, switching the cyan and green is going to be the main fix. But that still leaves you with 1 other move, and you need to do that first. So I'm just going to point out to you right here where this yellow and cyan is, you're going to switch those 2 around. And that's it. That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you really any secret on how you play I Spy with that, or how you're supposed to find that, because this puzzle is just evil. Plain freaking simple. It's just pure evil. It's tough. It's, like I said, trying to find your if you make a mistake in Sudoku. Sudoku puzzle, it's a lot like that. It's a pain. And top it all off, just to add insult to injury, it kind of makes you panic, like, did I do it right? You know, because you start seeing these oddball colors pile up, and you're thinking, oh geez, I'm gonna have an extra one left over because I made a mistake somewhere, but in reality, you didn't. It's just trying to make you think that until the very end. So, yeah, never trust that nasty 36. I'm just telling you, man, it's disgusting. I don't know whose idea it was to make that puzzle in this game, but if I had the chance, sir, I'd serve you a cup of crap. Say, I don't know what I'd serve you, but I guess I'd do what Slim Kirby said he'd do to Abra. Ooh, hear that? That's me doing this during a what's fixing to be a nasty thunderstorm. That's real brilliant. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, I wasn't really planning to have a thunderstorm today, but I guess Mother Nature had other plans for me. And geez, I didn't even explain that, and I kind of missed the opportunity to go special! Because I think that's what you get if you match like 32 or more blocks of the same color. Alright, I'm just going to take a moment to drink a cup of coffee here.
Very impressive.
Sorry about that. Alrighty, wow, we're actually moving on kind of nicely. Oh, yuck. That's all I got to say. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth, Mother Nature. Growl. Okay, this one is like the Twin Towers puzzle. You want to kind of keep them separated, I guess. It's kind of like that song. Gotta keep them separated. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, anyway, you're gonna start with the right tower. Believe it or not, you're gonna play Jenga with the right one. By doing that, first you're gonna pull this cyan block out to the left one. You are then gonna take this cyan block and pull it out to the left one. Then you're gonna take this yellow block right here above this set of blues and drop it. I'm not sure, I think it's possible to use the top one. I could be wrong, but I'd say just stick with the center one because it's it's closer to what you need to get rid of. But again, that's like a Twin Towers puzzle. Just kind of take them separated. Don't try to do them both at the same time because otherwise you'll screw everything up. And start with the right one anyway. Yeah, I'm just going on for nothing. Going on until I'm blue in the face for no reason. Okay. This is one of those I gotta remember. Okay, now I remember. This is a little weird, actually. Because at first you think you don't solve the puzzle, but you want to try and layer this out, because you can see there's a problem here. Everything else, roughly speaking, looks like it's gonna go out with a bang pretty nicely. But your main focus is to get this stack here leveled out, because it's just a mess. So we're gonna come up here and switch this blue with this purple. And then we're going to take this cyan block and drop it out. And then we're going to come up here and level this stack right here, the cyan blocks here, and drop that out.
Almost there.
And that honestly is how you solve this puzzle. I wouldn't think it would because it's just so weird how it's stacked, but the rest is set up perfectly for you to do it that way. It's just, I don't know. I've never had it quite so nice and neat, I guess. Especially when I'm playing the adventure mode. I mean, it never just layers out nice and neat for me. And anyway, in adventure mode, you don't get to play it in 3D, so I guess that's partially why I'm kind of mind blown. Alrighty, so we're on the last puzzle here. This is kind of nice because this is really easy. And the reason it's easy is because all your moves are right in this little section here. All this. So all you gotta do, as you can see, you gotta switch to blue and the cyan, because you got the cyans on this side and blues on that side. And then you're gonna go ahead and match these reds and yellows in one gigantic combo. Double T! It's double T time! Spot T, darling! Yeah, anyway. So, that's the end of that. Yay! Holy crap, that took forever. But it's finally done. We finished Lorelai's three-dimensional class. Thank you guys for watching. Love y'all. Don't let your toes flap. And see you next time for action puzzles.